All right, hey guys, we are working with polynomial operations today, and all that means we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing our polynomials. So we're going to work with these two polynomials in the middle to begin. So let's start with just adding them together. So we're going to add 4p plus 3p squared minus 1. We're going to add that to p minus 4. So this is definitely just addition. We're going to go ahead and find our like terms. So I like to put different shapes around them to make sense of it. So I have my p's are going to be boxes. So I have 4p plus p. Right. I'll switch colors here. We have a p squared, and we don't have any other p squared, so it's just plus 3p squared. And then I have a minus 1 and a minus 4. So minus 1 and minus 4. So I just grouped those together so that it would be easier to combine them. So I have 4p plus p, or 1p would be 5p. Remember that it's p, not p squared, and that's because we're adding, right? So oranges plus oranges equal oranges, if you've talked to me about that before. 3p squared doesn't have anything to add to it. Right, and then 1 minus 4 would be negative 5. And we're almost done. We just want to make sure that we're in standard form. So the biggest exponent goes first. So I have 3p squared plus 5p minus 5. And that is how we add. We just do combining like terms. Right? So probably the most simple out of all of them. Okay? All right, so moving on over to subtracting. We're going to use the same polynomials, 4p plus 3p squared minus 1. And this time we're going to be subtracting p minus 4. All right, so we're really subtracting this entire thing here, right? This entire thing. So we want to make sure that this negative sign actually gets distributed into both pieces here. So that means that we're going to have a negative p. We're actually taking away a p, and we're adding a 4, or taking away a negative. Right, so that is how we deal with our negative sign there. I'm going to go ahead and copy down this 4p plus 3p squared minus 1. And from there, it's just like adding. We want to combine our like terms. So I have 4p minus p this time. So that is 3p. And then I have 3p squared. Doesn't have anything, doesn't have any friends really. And then I have negative 1 and plus 4 this time. So negative 1 plus 4 is a positive 3. Again, we want to put it in standard form. So we have 3p squared that goes first, and then our 3p, and then our 3. Right, so with subtracting, first things first, we're going to distribute the negative. And it goes on to all the pieces. And then we're going to add and combine normally. So that is how we subtract. So if we're multiplying now, we know that we have either two options. We could either FOIL or use the box. This one looks kind of complicated to me because there's 3 terms here. So I'm going to use the box. I'm going to put 4p plus 3p squared minus 1 on the side here. I filled out my box, and it's just p minus 4 is what we're multiplying by. All right, so I'm just going to multiply in. So 4p times p, 4p squared. P times 3p squared would be 3p to the third. P times negative 1 is negative 1p. 4p times negative 4, negative 16p. Negative 4 times 3p is negative 12p squared. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. Right, so we can see here that we don't have those nice even like diagonals that we normally have. And the reason that that's true is because we had this p squared out of order, right? We would have wanted it to be on top, right? But that's not a huge problem. We can see that 3p to the third is going to go together. And we can see that our p squareds are going to go together. And we can see that our p's are going to go together. And then lastly, we'll have that plus 4. So if I'm writing this, I'm going to write 3p to the third, right? That's this one. I'm going to have negative 12p and 4p is, I'm going to add them, remember, is going to be negative 8p squared. I have negative 16p and negative 1p would give me negative 17p, and I have plus 4, right? And that would be my answer for multiplication. All right, finally for my division. I dreaded division. So I really have 4p plus 3p squared minus 1 over p minus 4. So I want to really make sure that I have my 3p squared in the front. I want it to be in standard form. So I'm going to rewrite it. That's going to be 3p squared plus 4p minus 1. I just rearrange those, and then p minus 4 is not going to have any change. So reviewing our division, we take the denominator and we put it on the side, p minus 4. Right, we're going to draw my never-ending box. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to take my first term, right, and I'm going to put that in the first box, 3p squared. Okay, from there I'm thinking, okay, what do I need in order to multiply by p to get 3p squared? Well, I need a 3, definitely, and then I definitely need a p. P times p would be p squared. From there, I can fill in this box here. So 3p times negative 4 would be negative 12p. Okay, I can see I don't want negative 12p. I actually want 4p. So I'm going to have to get back to negative 12 plus something to give me negative 4. Right, so negative 12 plus something gives me positive 4. Right, so that is going to be 16p. Right, just like 16 minus 12 is 4. Okay, so now I have my 16p. I need to know what can I multiply times p to get 16p, and that is 16. Right, so 16 times negative 4 is going to fill in this box. I'm thinking that's going to be negative 64. Right, I know that needs to combine with this box to give me negative 1. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to add 63. Because I see that I have a constant right here, a number without a variable, I know that the next row needs to be my remainder. Okay, so as I am looking here, I can see that my answer is going to be on top. Right, so I have 3p plus 16, and then I have my remainder. So it's a positive 63 over my original denominator, p minus 4. Right. So as we can see today, we add, subtract, multiply, and divide. No new content, just a reminder that we can do all of those things with the same two polynomials. Ask questions in class. Thanks. Bye.